You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit in current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And then remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by. Well, I guess there were some operators.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
I knew they were here with me somewhere. And then remind you, if you ever have any more finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we're celebrating today. There's some celebrations that, they just, I don't know. Library Shelfie Day. Okay, I guess as they say in the old school,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Polka Dot Day. Okay.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Okay. I don't know how that fit in. Okay, today's let's just get to where we belong here. It's National Blonde Brownie Day. Now, I don't know what a blonde brownie is. I'm looking at the picture that they have on the site. I'm looking at the one that Josh did here. I don't care. It's a brownie, right? It's a brownie is a brownie. I've beaten anorexia, so I'll go with any brownie. Hey, let's take a look and see what's going on in the markets today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 118 points. The S&P 500 is up 50. The NASDAQ up 306 points right now. 306 for the NASDAQ. And yippee! Yeah. Oil down 2 cents a barrel. No big deal there. Let's see what else we've got going on. Gasoline, do we want to even look at it? No, we looked at that yesterday. We don't need to look at it again today. Can you imagine? Are you watching what's going on now? I am a news junkie. I am a self-proclaimed news junkie. I'm always watching different news programs. Are you a news junkie? Do you watch them? I got this goofy thing going on my head here with these headphones. I'm gonna have to get some new headphones. Okay, you have for those of you that don't follow on all these things, there's a green screen and you have a virtual green screen. And number one, I shouldn't probably be wearing a blue shirt because that's not good for green screens. But then you put these headphones up and you get to see what's really behind me. It looks kind of goofy. So just a bit of how the sausage is made. And I can only give you a little bit because I don't know, Josh deals with it. Okay, so let's take a look. Are you watching that? I think I was talking about the news. And there is a lot of stuff going on in the news right now, mostly out of Washington, D.C. The president, well, I guess we've got a president now. I don't know that President Biden knew what was going on. And I don't say that to be facetious or disrespectful. Unfortunately, my dad had dementia. And I understand it a little bit. You're in, you're out. When they talked about the president working basically from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., I understand that. Again, It's a disease. The question is, who was running the country? And when you listen to Speaker Johnson talking about the fact that one of his meetings with the president, he asked him about an executive order that he signed, and the president had no idea that he had signed it. That's a bit scary. And then we watch right now and see what's going on at warp speed. I might add that there are so many things going on at the White House that, you know, you may like them, you may not like them, but did you see yesterday? Now we look at, and the numbers that come out of Washington anymore, they're beyond your comprehension or mine. I mean, $500 billion. I can't understand numbers that big, right? I mean, you know, I can understand, you know, maybe a dollar bill at George Washington, you know, or $100 bill. 500 billion. Well, yesterday, 3 companies committed to a $500 billion project, 3 private companies, adding 100,000 jobs, all in the U.S. You know, we haven't heard about those kind of things in ages. Now, why do I bring that up? Well, one of the things is Trump, not a big fan of wind power, but the Stargate AI plan, well, they deal with the wind power. So that's a big, big issue right there. But all kinds of power, everything, it's like an all hands on deck. They need oil power. They need fossil fuel power. They need nuclear. They need wind. They need solar. They need everything because they're building AI plants. Now, again, maybe you understand this better than I do. I don't get it. Why does AI need so much more power than anything else? You know, maybe it's the computers they're using. But did you hear Larry Ellison? And you know, when you start listening to some of these bigwigs, these guys that are big, big dreamers, Ellison made a comment yesterday that he's looking at this and saying, you know something, they're going to be able to create vaccines that are unique to the individual. Can you imagine that? You have to go down to the local drugstore and they tell the pharmacist or whomever, you know, put in X amount of this, and this, and that's a vaccine just for Ron. I'd tell him to stop talking so much. But what I'm getting to, don't say anything, Josh. That's how we make that's what we do here as radio. So the funny part, I mean, you think about some of these things and they're just fascinating. They'll be able to look at and do this computing and a gene that they might be able to figure out to cure cancer. Now, again, I come up with some things that some people don't like me to say, but I do. I'm not sure some of these companies want to cure cancer. There are companies out there that are saying, you know something, we make a whole lot of money on drugs, and cancer drugs are expensive drugs. Do they want to cure it? Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do have friends that are doctors, and there is some question marks and some legitimacy there. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, if your house's price is not compelling, it's not selling. Closing a credit card, the real impact on your credit score, why selling now feels so scary, and you deserve a mortgage partner who gets it. That's the Who Do You Know segment. All that and more. Reach me out anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score: what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at RonIsMyLender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. RonIsMyLender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. At 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI, they provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. They do not tell us points paid, points received, or the APR. They tell us the number you put in your mortgage calculator to find out what your principal and interest payment would be. If you don't have a mortgage calculator, rsrlinks.com/mobile app. rsrlinks.com/mobile app. Let's look at rates from yesterday. Conventional 30-year fixed down 6.898. Jumbo 30-year fixed up 7.004. FHA 30-year fixed up 6.571. VA 30-year fixed up 6.509. USDA 30-year fixed up 6.585. Those are the rates they locked at from yesterday. You want information about today? Of course you do. Go to rsrlinks.com/market minute. rsrlinks.com/market minute. Each and every business day morning, as early as the data allows, we put out a report, and it's our thoughts of the day on the mortgage market. And you can go right there, rsrlinks.com/market minute. Let's take a look at what's going on today in the markets. Of course, we want to look at that one as well. So we're still looking at the S&P 500. Right now, as I speak to you, it is at 49 points. Now, remember, if you're listening to us on ABC News and Talk, I know it's sometime between 6 and 7 p.m. Well, right now we're recording in the morning. It's about 9:20 in the morning, and that's the numbers we're looking at. 10-year Treasuries up 3 basis points, 4.61. That's the yield. The bond is down 4 basis points at par 41 on the 6% coupon. And just remember, so when we're down 4 basis points, that's basically saying we're flat. It's not going to have an impact on mortgage rates at all. And we watch that like a hawk every day. So what's going on in the market right now? In the absence of news, we go to technicals. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of them. We've got a 20-year bond auction coming up in about a half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. See how the demand is for that. Remember, it's all about supply and demand. If there's demand, the price goes up, which means the interest rate goes down. If there's no demand for it, the price drops because they're still going to sell the bonds, and that means the interest rates go up. So we're going to look at rental reports. And why do I look at rental reports? Well, the Federal Reserve, when they're dealing with the interest rates that they come out with, which doesn't automatically affect mortgage rates unless you've got the best loan on the market, the Home Select loan, rsrhomeselect.com. But the biggest component of inflation in both the core PCE and the core CPI, and the Fed likes the core PCE because that has about an 18% weighting on shelter, pretty close to being about the same as healthcare. The CPI uses about a 46% weighting on shelter. So we get and the shelter numbers are always old. I don't know why they don't use current data, but they don't. So we look today, rental reports came out. Important to look at the real-time rental data because that's going to tell us what inflation's doing down the road. It has a big influence on the inflation reports that the market and Fed react to. Shelter is the largest single component within the inflation reports and can make a huge difference on whether we make progress or not. Currently, we are seeing the government data significantly lagging behind real-time data and is much higher. But we can use the real-time data to look forward to seeing if shelter should continue to catch up. There are 2 types of rents: new rents, where the property is new and vacant, and renewal rents. Realtor.com reported that asking or new rents in December fell 0.5% and are now up 1.1% year over year. The report is analogous to Apartment List, which is showing new rents negative 6% year over year. But Apartment List's data, again, a bit more robust. Zillow's rental report showed that renewal rents are up 3.4% year over year. Why are renewal rents up more than new rent? Well, because people don't want to move, and landlords know it. So they have to give an incentive for somebody to move. Whereas, if your rent's going up $100 a month, are you going to really move? Maybe not. Taking Zillow's renewal rent figures and blending it with Realtor.com's new rents number gives you a blended rent of 1.25%. So when we look at the 1.25, this is in line with CoreLogic's blended rate of 1.7, although CoreLogic's report is 2 months behind. So it appears blended rates should be trending lower in CoreLogic's report. If you take Zillow's renewal rents figure and blend it with Apartment List's negative 0.6% new rents number, again, you get a blended rate because there's more renewals than there are people that are moving. So to recap, Realtor.com and Zillow's blended rate is 1.25%. Apartment List and Zillow blended rate 1.5%. Both these figures could not be more at odds with the government data and the Consumer Price Index inflation report, which shows 4.6%. Holy cow. This means we should continue to see rents move lower, which will help inflation and in turn mortgage rates to move lower as well. And that's the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call. 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And I do get into a bit of a debate, and we're both right. So a friend of mine, he and I are constantly going back and forth on forecasting. And in the short term, he's right. So he says, Ron, you can look at all these internal data and they're not market moving. He's right. You look at the jobs report. Well, BLS comes out with their report. You know that I think that it's a BS report, but it moves the market. You look at the internals like the Beige Book or like our friend Danielle DiMartino Booth. Well, they come up with different data because they're looking at raw data. They're right because it's the raw data. The raw data doesn't lie to us. You know, when we look at it and you say, okay, if you take out motor vehicle insurance and you take out shelter from the CPI, we've got inflation of 0.7%. The Fed's target is 2%. Well, my contention is at some point in time, the Federal Reserve and the data, the headline data, has to catch up. But a lot of times it doesn't really show too clearly because it's in what we call revisions. So when the BLS report comes out, they give us the big jobs report. Almost always it's the first Friday of the month. Well, they come out and they tell us what the jobs were created for the prior month. Buried in that data is what were the revisions for the prior 2 months. Number nerds like me look at that data. Or like we're going to get the what they call the QCEW from the Census Bureau was going to come out with the next jobs report on the as part of the next jobs report. Well, that's going to come out after the Federal Reserve's meeting next week. So it's not going to have a bearing on this report, but they're going to tell us what the jobs numbers were, real jobs from a census that businesses can be fined if they don't respond to. With the BLS, they don't have to respond. With the household survey, they don't have to respond. With the ADP, well, that's ADP's data. If people want to get paid, then the companies are going to make sure they get the data. But when they look at the QCEW, it's going to show probably, if it follows suit what it's been showing, that for the last year, with the latest data ending October of 2024, so it goes back, looks at October 2024 to October 2023. Last time, it came out saying that the BLS report was overstated by 800,000 jobs. 800,000. So when you start correcting the data, if it made the headlines and people understood it, well, you understand it because you're a listener of Ron Siegel Radio. My audience is much more advanced than the average. So we're sharing this with you. So when Hammer and I get on and chat, we're both right. I'm looking at data that's the internals. He's looking at the headlines. His numbers actually move the markets more than my numbers, but eventually the numbers catch up, and eventually the Federal Reserve is going to start looking at it. Now, we don't get a dot plot this time from the Fed where they tell us what they're looking at for the next 12 months. But when we get their minutes, a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks after their meeting, then we start seeing, were they talking about headline data or were they talking about the internals? And we've seen recently that their minutes are showing they're spending more time looking at their own internal surveys than the data you and I get on the headlines from the news. So it just tells you that, you know, there's a lot of garbage out there, and we all have to pay the price. That's the bottom line. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, if your house's price is not compelling, it's not selling. Closing a credit card, the real impact on your credit score, why selling now feels so scary, and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you believe Southern California real estate is a great investment? Are you a little short to be a cash investor? Are you missing the Social Security card or tax returns? The Siegel Lending Team has the loans for you. Common Sense Lending is back. Yes, there's a cost to higher risk, but the reward can be great. Call today for details. 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 217037 and DRE number 1869452.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you own a luxury home or planning to purchase one? If so, your home may be your largest asset, but your mortgage may also be your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team is offering amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates in the 3%, and 15-year rates in the 2s. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com or call me directly. My number is 800-306-1990, licensed under NMLS 217037. Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037 and DRE number 018694552.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. rsrmoney.com. If your house's price is not compelling, it's not selling. If your house's price is not compelling, it's not selling. There's one big mistake you need to avoid when you sell your house this year: setting your price too high. It might seem like overpricing gives you room to negotiate or could really boost your profit, but the reality is it usually backfires. In fact, Realtor.com says almost 20% of sellers, that's 1 in 5, have to reduce their price to get their house sold. And you don't want to be one of them. Here's why starting too high can lead to trouble and how to avoid it. Overpricing pushes buyers away. With mortgage rates and home prices where they are right now, buyers are already stretching their budgets to make a move. So when they see a house that's priced too high, they're not thinking, I can negotiate. They're more likely to think, next, and skip over your house entirely. An article from the National Association of Realtors, NAR, explains, quote, some sellers are pricing their homes higher than ever just because they can, but this may drive away serious buyers, unquote. And if they skip over your listing, you'll miss out on the chance to get them through the door. That's the last thing you want because fewer showings mean fewer chances to receive an offer. The longer your home sits, the more skeptical buyers will get. Here's the other issue. An overpriced house tends to sit on the market longer, and the longer a house lingers, the more buyers start to wonder, what's wrong with it? Is there a problem with the house itself? Are you difficult to work with? Even if the only issue is the price, that extra time creates doubt, as U.S. News says, quote, setting an unrealistically high price with the idea that you can come down later does not work in real estate. A home that's overpriced in the beginning tends to stay on the market longer even after the price is cut because buyers think there must be something wrong with it, unquote. At that point, you'll have no choice but to lower your price to drum up interest. But that price reduction comes with its own downside. Buyers may see it as another red flag. And there's an issue with the house. The key to finding the right price for your house, well, so what's the secret to avoiding all these headaches? It's simple. Work with a local real estate agent who knows the market inside and out and is going to be honest with you about how you should price your house. You don't want to partner with someone who just agrees to whatever number you throw out there. There's not an expert who's going to get you the best results. You want an agent who recommends a price based on their expertise. The right agent will use real-time data from your local market to help you land on a price that makes sense, one that grabs attention, attracts buyers, and still helps you walk away with a great return. Someone who has been there and done that and done it well. That's the agent you want to work with. Remember the bottom line. If the price isn't compelling, it's not selling. Instead of shooting too high and scaring off buyers, work with a local agent who knows how to price it right. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Then I'll put you in touch with that agent. Now, I also want you to go and look at the video that we did on this, rsrlinks.com/salesmax, rsrlinks.com/salesmax. We actually show you in there how to get the maximum price for your real estate. rsrlinks.com/salesmax. That is the real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. And again, I want you to look at that, rsrlinks.com/salesmax. One of my favorite methods to get you the most money from your property is to pay real estate agents to do it. Real estate agents are commissioned agents. The buyer's agents work for a commission. I'm actually going to be consulting with somebody later today, and their house hasn't sold the traditional way. I'm going to show with them, hey, let's promote it before we do a price reduction. Let's take some of that reduction money and let's incentivize real estate buyers agents to go out and push the property. How do we do that? Pay them. The market right now, roughly 2.5% for somebody to sell a piece of property is the buyer's agent's commission. What if you took that and went to 4%? Now, if you were saying, okay, I work at wherever, McDonald's, I don't care where it is, wherever you work, let's just use McDonald's, and you get paid I guess California minimum wage, I think, is $20 an hour to work at McDonald's. $18 an hour, whatever the number is. I don't know. It's crazy. This is California. We like high prices. But here's the thing. What if they said, okay, we're going to get another 4%. You're going to get a raise to $22 an hour. Do you think people are going to work harder? Well, they might. Do you think they're going to show more people, push more people to go there? Of course. Same thing with your property. If your property is going to generate a 2% commission for the buyer's agent and someone else is offering the buyer's agent 4%, do you think they're going to work a little harder? Do you think they're going to call a few more of their clients to see, hey, Mrs. Jones, I got this property. It's on the market. I think we can get it for you. Mrs. Smith, I got this property for you. Mrs. Ramirez, I got this. They're calling everybody because that's what their job is. And they want to make the money that they can make. Just throwing that out there for you. So let's take a look at a Your Credit Matters segment today, being brought to you by rsrlinks.com/debt-free. rsrlinks.com/debt-free. Closing a credit card, the real impact on your credit score and financial strategy. Managing credit cards effectively is a cornerstone of sound financial health. Yet questions often arise about whether closing an account is a smart move for homeowners and prospective buyers. Understanding how this action influences your credit score can be pivotal. Today, we're going to demystify the consequences of closing a credit card and provide strategies to maintain financial stability. As a certified liability advisor, CLA, I specialize in helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Let's dive into the key factors surrounding this decision and its potential impact on your financial future. So first off, how credit scores work, the key factors. We've talked about this before. Payment history is 35% of your score. Credit utilization, 30%. Length of history is 15%. Credit mix, 10%. New credit is 10%. Closing a credit card can affect multiple components, especially credit utilization and length of credit history. The downsides of closing a credit card. Number one is the increased credit utilization. Number two is the reduced length of credit history. Number three is the loss of credit mix. When closing a credit card may be the right move. While closing a credit card generally has drawbacks, there are certain situations where it may be beneficial. High annual fees, temptation to overspend, fraud risks. If these cases ensure that the decision aligns with your overall financial goals. Strategies for closing a credit card wisely. If you've decided that closing a card is the best course of action, follow these steps to minimize its impact. Number one, pay down the balance. Number two, keep older accounts open if possible. Number three, monitor your credit report. Number four, consider alternatives. Take control of your credit at Ron Siegel Radio. We're here to guide homeowners and first-time buyers in making informed financial decisions, whether it's understanding your credit score, planning for retirement, or managing debt strategically. Every action counts toward building long-term wealth. Remember, I am a certified liability advisor dedicated to helping families navigate the complexities of financial management. Bottom line, closing a credit card can have both short and long-term consequences if your credit score and financial health. Before making this decision, evaluate your overall credit profile, consider alternatives, and align your actions with your goals. And make sure you come back to Ron Siegel Radio for more insights and strategies to empower your financial journey. That is the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by rsrlinks.com/debt-free, rsrlinks.com/debt-free. Let's see, we don't have time for another story, but I think I have time. Do you have time to give away anything, Josh? rsrccpayment.com, rsrccpayment.com. You want to make sure you pay your credit card bills the right way, even if you're paying them off in full every month. rsrccpayment.com, rsrccpayment.com. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, who do you know? Why selling now feels so scary? Well, you deserve a mortgage, partner. Who gets it? All that and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Confused about the home buying process? Or curious how much you really know about buying a home? Take the First Home IQ quiz to test your understanding of buying a home. Created by the nonprofit First Home IQ, this 5-minute quiz will give you a score, what you missed, and why. Take the quiz in 5 minutes at rsrlinks.com/FHIQ and find out what you need to know about buying your first home. That's rsrlinks.com/FHIQ.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Who Do You Know segment today being brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. Why selling now feels so scary and how to overcome it. Are you thinking about selling your home to downsize or right size but find yourself paralyzed by fear or uncertainty? You're not alone. For many homeowners, especially baby boomers and members of the silent generation, the idea of moving feels daunting. Concerns about leaving a low-interest mortgage, navigating today's competitive market, or parting with a home full of cherished memories are completely understandable. But here's the truth. Staying in your current home might actually be holding you back from achieving your financial and lifestyle goals. Today, we'll explore why downsizing now could be the smartest move you make and how to overcome the fears keeping you from taking that step. Why downsizing makes sense now. Many homeowners who've lived in their current residence for 15 years or more have built up significant equity. This equity could be the key to unlocking financial freedom, whether you're looking to simplify your life, move closer to family, or fund the retirement lifestyle of your dreams. Downsizing could be the perfect way to achieve these goals. Number one is financial flexibility. Downsizing allows you to tap into your home's equity and reinvest it into a more manageable property or even other opportunities like travel or retirement accounts. Despite current interest rates hovering around 7%, the equity gained in recent years can offset some of the financial concerns. Number two, reduced maintenance. Smaller homes typically come with the smaller responsibilities. Less square footage means fewer repairs, lower utility bills, and less time spent on upkeep. Imagine freeing yourself from the demands of a large yard or extensive home maintenance, leaving more time to enjoy hobbies and loved ones. Number 3, lifestyle benefits. A new home can offer proximity to family, healthcare facilities, or vibrant communities tailored to your needs. Downsizing isn't just about reducing square footage, it's about enhancing quality of life. Let's address the big concerns that might be holding you back. Concern number 1, losing a low interest rate. It's true. Many homeowners are hesitant to leave their 2 to 3% mortgage rates for today's higher rates. But here's the thing, holding on to your current home might mean keeping equity locked away when it could be working for you. The benefits of accessing that equity to achieve financial or lifestyle goals often outweigh the cost of higher rate on a smaller mortgage. Concern number 2, limited housing inventory. The market for smaller homes or condos may be tight, but with the right real estate team, you can find options that fit your needs. Remember, the goal is to make your living situation more manageable, not perfect. Your ideal home is out there. You just need a partner who knows how to find it. Concern number 3, emotional attachment. The memories tied to your current home are invaluable, but your future is too. Downsizing doesn't mean letting go of the past. It means making space for the new opportunities ahead. So what are the steps to make downsizing easier? If you're ready to consider downsizing, here's a simple plan to get started. Number 1, understand your equity potential. Schedule professional home equity analysis to see how much your home is worth and what options are available. Yes, we have a new tool for you to figure that out. You can go to rsrlinks.com/homewealth. rsrlinks.com/homewealth. No spaces in there. rsrlinks.com/homewealth. Number 2, create a plan. Work with a certified liability advisor to design a strategy tailored to your financial goals. This could include selling, refinancing, or even renting your current property. Start small. Begin decluttering and downsizing your belongings. This process not only prepares you for a move, but also gives you a clearer picture of the space you'll need in your new home. Number 4, seek professional guidance. Partner with real estate and mortgage professionals who specialize in helping downsizers navigate the complexities of the market. You're not alone. Making the decision to downsize is a big step, but you don't have to face it alone. Our team specializes in helping homeowners like you evaluate their options and make confident, informed decisions. Whether you're considering selling, renting, or refinancing, we're here to guide you every step of the way. Take action today. Let's turn your fear into opportunity for a free analysis of your home's equity potential. Again, rsrlinks.com/homewealth, rsrlinks.com/homewealth, or follow us for more tips on navigating today's market. Remember, downsizing isn't about loss. It's about gaining the freedom to live your best life. As a certified liability advisor, we help families build wealth through strategic liability management. That is the Who Do You Know segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com, rsrhomeselect.com. I think we have time for one more Who Do You Know segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com. You deserve a mortgage partner who gets it. Downsizing with confidence. Downsizing or right-sizing is more than just selling a home and buying a smaller one. It's a life-changing decision that comes with a mix of excitement, uncertainty, and possibility. For many, the prospect of leaving behind a longtime family home can feel overwhelming. You might be asking yourself, can I afford to downsize in today's market? Will the higher interest rates make the move worth it? What about the memories and emotional value tied to my home? These questions aren't just financial, they're deeply personal. That's why you need a mortgage partner who understands your concerns, listens to your goals, and creates a customized plan that aligns with your vision for the future. As a certified liability advisor, I specialize in helping homeowners like you make smart, informed decisions that unlock financial freedom and help you live the life you've worked so hard to build. While you might be considering downsizing for baby boomers and members of the silent generation, downsizing is often motivated by a desire for financial flexibility, freeing up equity to fund your retirement, travel, or other goals. Simplification, managing a smaller, low-maintenance home that fits your current lifestyle. Lifestyle adjustments, moving closer to family, healthcare facilities, or active communities. Story time. From family home to cozy bungalow. One couple that we worked with had lived in their family home for decades. With their children grown, they were ready for a change. They dreamed of a smaller bungalow closer to their grandkids, but were hesitant to make the leap because of today's higher mortgage rates. Here's how we approached it. Customized equity strategy. First, analyze the equity in their current home and how it could be leveraged for the purchase of the bungalow. Their decades of home ownership had built significant equity, which became a powerful tool for financing their next steps. Maybe they could do a H4P and no mortgage payment for life, even using the mortgage. Debt management solutions, we work together to create a strategy that minimize the financial impact of higher interest rates. This included tailoring their mortgage to fit their cash flow and long-term goals. Personalized guidance beyond the numbers, we addressed their concerns about letting go of a home full of memories. We focused on that, on what they were gaining, a more manageable home and precious time with their grandchildren. In the end, the couple transitioned seamlessly into their new home. They unlocked the equity from their previous property, reduced their monthly expenses, and gained the peace of mind they needed to enjoy this exciting new chapter. Our role as a certified liability advisor is to help families make strategic financial decisions that prioritize safety, liquidity, and return, the cornerstone principles of building and preserving wealth. Here's how these values guide the downsizing process. Number one, safety. Protecting your financial well-being is the top priority when downsizing. We help you make decisions that minimize unnecessary risks, ensuring you move forward with a mortgage and financial plan that keeps you secure. By carefully analyzing your current equity debt position, we'll create a strategy that aligns with your long-term goals while protecting the wealth you've worked so hard to build. Liquidity. Access to cash is critical, especially during transitions like downsizing. I'll show you how to tap into your home equity strategically, so you have the financial flexibility to manage unexpected expenses, invest in your new home, or fund other priorities like travel, healthcare, or retirement. The goal is to maintain easy access to funds without locking yourself into an inflexible financial situation. And number three, return. Downsizing isn't just about reducing your expenses. It's an opportunity to maximize the return on your financial choices. We'll explore how to reinvest your home equity into a property or mortgage structure that works smarter for you, whether that's reducing monthly costs, growing your retirement savings, or simply increasing your financial freedom. Together, we'll focus on building a sustainable strategy that creates both short and long-term financial benefits. By incorporating safety, liquidity, and return into every step of the process, I help my clients make confident, informed decisions that align with their goals and give them peace of mind. Whether it's selling your family home, refinancing, or buying your next property, I'll ensure every move we make serves your best interests today and in the future. So why downsizing makes sense? Despite market uncertainties, downsizing can still be the best decision for your future. Again, it's because unlocking the home equity, lower the maintenance costs, enhance lifestyles. And we have to overcome the common fears of losing that low interest rate. We talk about that. The limited inventory, the emotional attachment. So what do you do next? Schedule a free equity analysis call. Let's find out how much equity you'll have in your current home and how it can be used to fund your next move. We'll create a personalized plan and take action. Bottom line is you deserve a partner who gets it. Downsizing is more than a financial transaction. It's a life transition. Again, as a certified liability advisor, I'm here to help you navigate this journey with confidence, ensuring that every decision supports your future goals. Follow us for more success stories like this. Give me a call, or you can, if on socials, DM us. Your future, it starts now. That is the Who Do You Know segment, brought to you by rsrhomeselect.com. And as always, we ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean, who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money, see an awful lot of people, and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.